Hey, how's it going? I'm Nick Gaska and welcome back to I Can Do That DIY for another doll repaint video. Today I'm going to be customizing Honey, the doll that I designed and created myself. Today's video is a very special one because it's a collab. And for the collab we have a new doll. Meet the male version of Honey. This new version of Honey has new pieces that can be interchanged with the old pieces. It has a new chest, a new torso with more narrow hips, new thighs, and of course a new face. This is Honey Love. Love is my first male face. He has a larger nose, a wider, more distinct jaw, and larger ears. The theme for this collab is Valentine's Day. And when I think of Valentine's Day, I think of Valentines. More specifically, those really chalky candy hearts. I have a love-hate relationship with them. I think they're adorable, but they taste disgusting. And because I love their aesthetics so much, we're using this as the inspiration for our doll today. In this collab we have Stephoodoll, JackyOhhh, Moonlight Jewel, Harley's Dollhouse, Claudoll, BlurredColors Art, and myself. Off screen I went ahead and prepped the doll head with 2 layers of Mr. Super Clear as a base. As usual, I'm going to start by outlining my eyes with my Copper Beach watercolor pencil. After I do one side, I'll do the other side off screen. While I do that, I just have to say thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest projects. Also, make sure to follow my Instagram accounts. The Honey Doll Instagram will have updates on how to get your very own honey very soon. His style today is very Decora Candy Boy. He'll be very sweet and soft with pastel colors. Once both eyes are complete, I'm going to add some color to the face with some pink pastel. I'll blush the cheeks, the nose bridge, and the eyes, as well as add some color to the lip. On the next layer, I'll use my black watercolor pencil to work on the eyes. I'll fill in the upper eyeliner shape as well as work on some of the details. After I complete both eyes, I'm going to add some freckles to the face with some pink acrylic paint. At this point, I don't realize that they're not dark enough. Later on, we'll fix that. Once the paint is fully dry, I'm going to add some more color to the face with some magenta pastel. Alright, cool. Now I'm going to use my pink watercolor pencil to color in the waterline. After that, I'll use my Copper Beach and white watercolor pencil to add some more detail to the face. As I mentioned earlier, the freckles aren't dark enough, so let's add some darker freckles with some rose pink acrylic paint. After that's all dry, I'm going to add some bottom eyelashes with a very sharp black watercolor pencil. After I do one side, I'll do the other side off screen. Alright, cool, now let's work on some brows. I'm going to brush on some brow bases with my light pink pastel. After I brush on the base, I'm going to refine the shape with my eraser. On the next layer, I'll add individual hairs to the brows with my white watercolor pencil. After that, I'll darken them up with my magenta pastel. Alright, now let's do something fun. I'll make pastel versions of all these acrylic paints, mixing them with white. Then we're going to paint on hearts all over the face. Oh my god, he looks so cute! Now let's give him some upper eyelashes with these Kiss brand faux eyelashes. I'll use the Style Shy, measure them, and cut them to length. After that, I'll glue them on with some Elmer's glue all. I'll add some glue to the eyelash and to the eye and then stick them on. After I stick them on, I'll fuss with them until I'm happy with the position. After I stick them on, I'll fuss with them until I'm happy with the position. I'll do one side, let it dry, and then do the other side. Alright, now that both lashes are on, I'm going to set this aside to dry. Next, I'll use some gloss to gloss the waterline and the lip. Alright, next step is making a wig. Off screen I went ahead and prepped everything. I made a wig cap and painted it pink. I also made some yarn wefts for the hair. And we'll be gluing them on with some Elmer's glue all. I'm going to cut a piece off and glue it on. I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. I'll start at one side and work my way around the edge. I'll let this layer dry and I'll cut the hair as I go with my scissors and my eyebrow razor. I find that this is the best strategy for a short hairstyle. This is what it looks like so far about halfway through. Now I'm just going to continue on and work my way up and around the head. This is going to take me a while, so I'm going to finish this wig up off screen. Alright, now let's make some eyes. I'll paint the iris colors a light lavender on the bottom and then a light blue on top. Then I'll blend the two in the middle. After that, I'll do most of the work in the detail off screen. After painting the eyes, I'll move on to painting a bunch of accessories. I designed and 3D printed all of these off screen. I also started by painting a lot of the bases. I used the same colors that I used for the hearts on the face. Now I'll use some red acrylic paint to paint all this super tiny detail. All this text needs to be painted. This took me a really long time and was kind of insane. Alright, cool, now let's move on to making his bag. I designed the bag to resemble a classic Sweethearts candy box. It has a super cute heart-shaped window in the front. I made the back a separate piece with some candy hearts already on it. Since it's separated, this will make it easier to paint. Now let's go ahead and paint it. The base of the box is going to be pink with red and white details. The hearts are going to be a variety of colors. Once the box is all painted, we can add some plastic to the back of the window. I'll use some leftover plastic for my Wednesday diorama. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll add some super glue and stick it on. Once that's all dry, we can glue the back on. I'll make a strap for the bag off screen. Alright, now let's get back to the wig. I got very overzealous and added a bunch of stuff to the wig already. Now we're going to continue to add some candy hearts. We're going to give him a candy heart earring, and just some more candy hearts all over the wig. He also has a few hair clips. There's a blue one, a green one, and a purple one. Alright, cool, so far that looks super adorable. Now let's move on to sewing. The first garment we'll be making today is a set of color block overalls. I'll start with sewing the front rise of the overall. After that I'll do an edge stitch and then a faux J stitch at the front. After that I'll do the back rise, but only up to the back opening. Then I'll also do an edge stitch along that seam as well. Next I'll connect the front to the back at the side seams. Alright, cool. After that, I'm going to hem the waistline opening. I'll finish the leg openings with a rolled cuff. Then I'll sew up the crotch seam. Alright, cool. Now let's work on the bib. It's a really cute heart shape. The straps will be made out of a pink ribbon. I'm going to sandwich it between the front and the back of the bib. I'll do the top edge, pull the ribbon to the side, and then finish up the bottom. But I won't go completely around, and I'll leave a little opening on the bottom. This is so I can turn it inside out later on. After I turn it inside out, I'll finish it up by doing an edge stitch. Then I'll connect the bib to the top of the short with some super glue. So here are the overalls all finished up. Off screen I embellished with some more hearts and some more ribbon. I also did a Velcro closure at the center back. Alright, now let's move on to making the shirt. I'll be using some lavender and white cotton. I'll start by sewing the collar. I'll do one side and then do the other side. The collar is actually in two different pieces. Next, I'll sew the center front seam of the bodice. Then I'll iron the seam allowance to the left side and sew a faux placket at the center front. Off screen, I gathered both sleeve edges. Now I'm going to connect the sleeve edge to the cuff. After that, I'll fold over and iron the excess. To finish the cuff, I'll stitch in the ditch. Alright, now let's set in the collar. I'll sandwich the collar pieces between the neckline facing and the bodice. Then I'll sew around the neckline edge. After that, I'll flip the facing towards the inside and press it. Alright, now let's sew both side seams and underarm seams, which are actually the same seam. After that, I'll trim away the excess and press up the hem. Then I'll sew the hem. To finish up the shirt, I'll do a Velcro closure at the center back, as well as adding a bunch of embellishment. Alright, now let's move on to the final part of the outfit, the shoes. I decided to design and 3D print some shoes already on the foot. I figured this would be a lot easier than making actual shoes. Eventually one day I do plan on making shoes for Honey, but this was not that day. I'm going to paint the shoes with some acrylic paint. They're going to be color blocked and be the same color as the hearts. Alright, this is how they look so far. Now I'm going to paint the toe cap, the sole, and the ankle portion white. Painting the ankle portion white will make it look like he's wearing a sock. Off screen I painted the laces and the text red. Now I'll protect the paint job and finish the shoes with some matte UV top coat. I'll paint it on and cure it with some UV light off screen. The very last and final detail that I'll also do off screen is making basically some lace ankle scrunchies so that it makes it look like he's wearing some lace socks. And with that, the doll's complete. So here he is, here's the finished result. I'm so happy with how he turned out, he's so cute. He's super sweet and super soft and super pastel. His wig is by far my favorite wig I've ever made. Even though they were a pain to make, I love all the embellishments. His bag is especially super cute. I also added a few details off screen. I gave him a few bracelets and some additional earrings. For my first boy doll, overall I'm super happy with how he turned out. He's not super masculine, but super feminine, and I love it so much. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. If you'd like to see more boy dolls in the future, masculine or feminine, let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and for the rest of the video, enjoy the photos. Make sure to stick around to the end for the group shot. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. And here's the group shot of the collab. From left to right we have Harley's Dollhouse, Claudoll, BlurredColors Art, Stephoodoll, Moonlight Jewel, myself, and JackyOhhh. Thank you so much to Stephoodoll for hosting this collab. I had so much fun doing it. Make sure to check out everyone else's videos. I'll put a link to their channel in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!